Good morning, lovelies. Who's up for a read? Still a bit croaky this morning from the summer cold that I've got, but we're getting there. Did a bit of a morning stretch this morning with a mate of mine on Facebook Live. So I'm feeling all stretched out, I guess. What is it that our collective need to know? Oh, some cards wanted to pop out there. Let's see what comes out. What is it that our collective needs to know, and what's to focus on today, please, Spirit? What is it that our collective need to know? Divine intervention. I swear these cards keep coming out. Boundaries. One more, please, Spirit. What do these two cards mean? Okay. All right. Oh. Okay, because three have turned up, I feel like I've got to do the three. Okay, so we've got, these cards came up yesterday as well. Childhood trauma and wounds, wake up, and trust. Okay. Let's focus on these. All right, here we go. So, like I said, this reading here came up yesterday, divine intervention and childhood trauma and wounds. So go back and have a look at yesterday's reading, because that was actually to do with your person that triggered you, and some self-sabotaging behaviours actually played out in many different ways, and you know, it's forced you to now walk this path that you're currently on around healing yourself and removing yourself away from the situation. I'm getting that you didn't actually really remove yourself from the situation in the way that you should have, or in terms of the timing. You stayed in it for a lot longer than you probably should have, which is why the divine intervention happened. So now, I was thinking that this reading was, it's going to be on the same thing as yesterday. It's not. And here's why: because we are still going to be focusing on you, and this reading is definitely for you, okay? And the silver lining on this is that when you came out of the relationship with this divine intervention, you were then forced to walk this path where you had to put up some boundaries, and some boundaries in a way that you may not have normally have done in the past, and you felt quite mean and horrible putting up these boundaries for yourself, because it's kind of out of your character how mean you had to be to really instill these boundaries, put them up, and really stick to it. And there's lots of things that have happened around these boundaries. It could be that you're in a no contact situation. It's been really hard for you to be in no contact with this person because this other person had narcissistic tendencies towards you. And we all know when you're with a narcissist that trauma bonding happens. So this trauma bonding that has gone on for you, you keep getting this, I'm going to say you're on this loop where you keep wanting to go back to this person. It's very much this is often what happens in domestic abuse situations as well, where we always wonder, why did she go back to the guy when he was giving her the bash or beating her up? It is a trauma bond that has been built. And so it's about, you've had to put up these boundaries so that you can walk away and set up some healthier neural pathways for yourself, so that you don't keep going back to the abuse, to the narcissist, to all this shitty behavior that has really affected your life. In saying that, yesterday's reading was also about how well you're doing in your life, so that should be another message for you and another reminder as to why you shouldn't go back, because you've actually done really bloody well for yourself since you've been in separation from this other person. Now what's happened is, since you've put up these boundaries and you've really been able to clear the air, clear energies, clear blockages, and focus on you, so not just your career, your business, and other relationships and friendships and family circles that you're involved in. It's not just these things that have improved in your life, but you've been able to focus on your journey of healing, and you've realized now that what's been triggered inside of you now is your own childhood trauma and wounds. Okay, so yesterday we talked about this stuff, but it was about the other person, your relationship, the person that you've separated from. Now we're focused on, well, what is it within you that has been triggered and is now coming up around your own childhood and some of the trauma and abuse that you have suffered throughout your life. Okay, the card that follows that is Wake Up. It's kind of like you've awoken to yourself, and that calling has come through from the divine that, hey, you know, time for you to focus on this here now. You have been suppressing this over time, hence why you keep doing a copy and paste of the same narcissistic person, or the same characteristics. Keep copying and pasting across different people in your life, especially in terms of a love relationship and who you bond with. Okay, so you've got in your awakening here around, well, what is it that is triggering you now, and what is it that you need to fix, all those damaged and unhealed parts of yourself that have happened to you throughout the course of your life. What is it that you need to awaken to and fix, so that you can have a better, more stable, more consistent and fulfilling life for you. Okay, the last card here is Trust. So it's about trusting the process, and I'm getting here for a lot of you that you've had to shed away with a lot. Like, it's probably felt like, or you probably still do feel like, that through the shedding process, it feels like you've lost everything, or you're losing everything, or you're going to lose everything. You're not. Okay, everything that is shedding away and that you're losing is all part of the process. Spirit here is asking you to trust. See here, she's doing a trust fall. Okay, so it's about trusting that you are held at this time, trusting that your ancestors and your guides are all around you at this time to impart and download information that can help you with this whole process around awakening to yourself, and healing those unhealed parts of yourself that have been traumatized, that have made you feel very broken, that have made you feel so damaged that there's no coming back from this. I'm here to tell you, whānau, you're not broken. You're not damaged goods. You're a spirit in a body living a human experience, with all these surprising and big things that are happening, and it's all in your response and how you deal with it. I know that sounds so cliche. I just can't find the right other words to say. The most important thing here is these last two cards, and it's about trusting the process in order to in this awakening process to yourself. Okay, I'm going to do a part 2 on this around the healing, because I've got my healing cards here as well, and I might pull a few tarot as well around this healing journey. I don't like to leave you guys hanging, especially with heavy messages like this. Catch you in part 2.